Hey everyone! Welcome to the new story stream game, which is going to be, if you haven't guessed it, considering I keep talking about it, because I'm quite excited to play it. I haven't played Super Mario RPG all the way through. I want to say since the 90s. I might have played it, like, I might have started playing it once in the noughties, but never finished it. I can't remember, though, for sure. Like, I really cannot remember. Without much further ado, let us... Oh, one thing I wanted to mention. I did put a video filter on this to make the text a little bit easier to read. So this isn't pure emulated. There is a layer of filter. I tried going with the scan lines, but the scan lines made it really super dark. So I kind of went somewhere in between no scan lines and scan lines, which I guess is still scan lines, but it's lighter scan lines. But for those that don't know, CRT TVs, old, big, fucking horrible TVs that everyone hates, these games were built for, and one of the key things that they did with them to save space was the fact that the way that they worked is the lines were, I can't remember, it's an I word, but anyway, the lines were set up so that they wouldn't need to draw as much information to the screen at once, and they could save some processing. But the problem with that is, modern games don't look like modern TVs make these games not look as great. Now, with older games that are just mostly sprite-based, it doesn't really matter. But anything that tries to do any 3D-like, you're going to see it. So I opted to go somewhere in the middle. We are playing with our trusty Super Famicom controller, hooked up to the Retrode. Unfortunately, for those curious, I do own this game, but it does not work with the Retrode. So I am definitely... I own the game. I could play this on the Super Nintendo. So I guess I'm kind of like skirting the law or something, but I own this. So, Nintendo, I love you. Please don't come and beat me in. All right, let's start playing. I'm going to reboot so everyone can see the start. I like my face. I'd rather it not be beat in. So we're gonna let this awesome intro play. Help! What a surprise that that's the plot. Princess is out sitting, minding her own business. Alright, now we're just getting a preview of the gameplay. So the full title is Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. We'll get into that as we play. Pretty minimal setup. The only thing I can do is change the audio config. I mean, it's an old console game. The fact that audio config was getting pretty standard by this point is a thing. But that's really all that you could expect from games at this point. Maybe some text speed and stuff, and we might get into that as we get into it. But for now, new game. Well, I would normally name a character Potato, but it would be really fucking weird naming Mario Potato. I guess I could name him like Potato, but that'd be so weird. So, it's me, Mario. Oh right, we get to watch the intro again. And this is where we'd be like, help me, Mario! Except for some reason, Princess just sounds like female Mario. Hey, Mario, help me! One thing I love about this game is it subverts a lot of things. Like, the game is gonna start us pretty much immediately at Bowser's Castle. So, like, Mario's games, up until this point, the whole trick... the whole trope was You go through a bunch of levels to get to Bowser's Castle and you save the princess. We're starting the game at Bowser's Castle. Now, because it's a Mario game, even though it's an RPG, we can jump. And that is awesome. And you can see some of the weird things that the different colored textures are doing there. Can't remember if there's any... Okay, so we can run. We don't have any other options right now. Kind of tempted to see what full scan lines looks like. Can we leave the castle? No, we can't leave the castle. Because I know it's going to be dark. That's the problem, and I don't want to... So, here's another thing, too, is if you jump on enemies to start the fight, I'm pretty sure you get, like, an advantage? I can't remember. So we got a bit of a semi-turn-based combat. If I tap A right when they're going to hit me, or right when I get hit, I can negate or do extra damage. If you've played the South Park game, I say that like there's only one, but the good South Park game, there is only one good South Park game. If you've played the South Park game, which is Stick of Truth, it owes a lot to this. Like, just stylistically, it owes a lot. At least in terms of the combat. The combat in that game reminded me so much of this. So I could, in theory, try and avoid all these guys, but realistically, I know right now this is a good part. This is a good part of the game to just be like, let's just kill a bunch of things. Nothing here is hard. I thought jumping on things gave me an advantage, but I don't seem to. So there's a defense mode as well. I should have showed that off. Items and special. So let's, I'm going to save the special for later. How often you fight is based on a speed statistic. I gotta get used to that timing. Trying to negate the hits is much harder than actually trying to take. Trying to get. What is it trying to take? Trying to get a critical on your attacks is much easier because you know your attacks, right? You're controlling when your attacks start. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna go back. So a lovingly 3D rendered version of Bowser's Castle with some excellent use here of different layers of sprites. Don't let Bowser bruise you, Mario. Mario, prepare yourself. That's such a terrible Bowser. We're good beyond. That's a better Bowser voice. So if you're good with that, you can infinite jump there, but I'm not good at it, apparently. Mario, the chain! Hit the chain! Oh, it's a kink link. How did we get all our hit points back? I think it's probably because we're, like, essentially... Oh, okay. So one thing I'm not used to in this is that you confirm your abilities with the same button that they're tagged on. So I was trying to exit out of a menu by pressing B, and that was just making me go into the B menu. What's the sound? Oh! It's a chain reaction! Hang on, Kinklick.
Coming, Mario.
Fight, Mario! Fight!
This should finish you. Ah, did you think I was just gonna give her to you? You're always in my way. This is it. I'm gonna take you out, Mario. Ah, foiled again.
Poor Bowser. He looks so sad. Oh, Mario. You had me so worried. Let's get out of here. Mario, I'm gonna fall. Oh, Mario. I should just like voice Princess like she's like fucking Mr. Slave. Oh my god. To the cross. To the cross, Mario. Let's get out of here. Oh, there are the 7 stars. And Mario gets, like, kicked out of the castle by some unseen force.
Hey, Mario! Lots of people use something called a door to go in and out of their houses. Anyway, I gave mine to pick up the old stool since she's a bit late.
Now, oh, okay, I didn't mean to do that. So one of the things I really like about this game is the jumping. The jumping adds a whole other layer to an RPG. And at this point, like, what we knew about RPGs, or at least from a North American perspective, like what I expected out of an RPG was Final Fantasy and Dragon Warrior, right? So this, like, took what I expected and kind of turned it on its head. So there's hidden blocks. Also, like, Mario, why do you have a pipe in your roof? Like, that seems like such a bad thing for if it rains. So there's gonna be some hidden coin blocks, so if you're wondering why I'm jumping like an idiot, that's why. Also, we can jump on Toad. Because what else is Toad useful for?
Hey! I thought the princess was with you, Mario! Where is she? Mario, what's with the silent treatment? You're not telling me something. It's Bowser again, isn't it? Oh no, here we go again. Mario, would you please bring it back like you always do?
I will. Okay, so now we can actually go in the menu. So press Y right before you hit, which is what I was trying to do, but I was garbage at it. We have weapons, armor, and accessories. So it's like... the RPG elements of it, I would say, are simplified, and the action elements... It really is one of the first, if not the first, action RPG I ever played. And it has a kick-ass soundtrack. Because it uses all the Mario tunes as a starting point. I mean, obviously, if that's, that's what you're gonna do. If you're making an RPG for Mario. It's got an overworld. So we're gonna go right back to Bowser's Castle. And we're gonna be like, holy fuck, there's a big fucking sword.
Who goes there? A trespasser! This castle belongs to us, the Smithy Gang! It's our first step towards taking over this world. And if it weren't for you nosy characters, we practically own the world. So let's see you deal with this.
And now there's no way over to Bowser's Castle. I'm really impressed that Bowser built a castle over there on that spire. Like, that seems like that would be really hard to do. No, I think we have to go talk to Toad again. Also, I'm already on the verge of hurting my voice.
Hey, you're back so soon! Did you forget something? No, what happened then?
And then Mario, like... Because Mario doesn't talk.
The bridge to Bowser's Keep is out now? That's wonderful. We must inform the counselor of the Mushroom Kingdom at once. Let's go, Mario. Ah. Whoops, excuse me. Oh, the bump on your head reduced your HP. One of the Mushroom Kingdom's famous items. Like to perk you right up.
Received a mushroom. Yes, I know how to use items.
Oh, I see. You're just a well-traveled experience, Mario.
I'm just gonna keep getting lazier and he's just gonna end up sounding like Yoda.
Oh, no way.
Apparently, me intentionally trying to do Yoda is not a good thing.
Now, why did I rush back? I had something to tell you. I remember. I came to warn you the Mushroom Way is swarming with monsters. I just barely made it back in one piece. Mario, please do something. Perhaps I can help. Do you know about timed hits?
Yes, I do know about timed hits.
Hey, you better watch out. He knows about timed hits. He's gonna put your lights out. He's got more bark than bite, huh? Now why did I rush back? I had something to tell you. Alright. We need to tell the Chancellor about Toadstool. I'll see you over at the Mushroom Kingdom. Just in case Day-Day's with you.
I got 3 more mushrooms. Alright, whatever. Toadstool, I don't care. So now we can go to Mushroom Way. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum. Nice. That's the other thing is timed hits can get you shit, like HP max. Exactly. If this doesn't look like a drug trip, I don't know what does. My, like, wording is very hard for me today, apparently. And I skipped the XP screen, which I wanted to show off, so we're gonna have another fight. I can timed block, I'm just shitty at it. It's much harder to do. Like, just figuring out when it wants me to hit the button is the harder part. Hey, KJ! I just need some practice to get it back in my head as to, like, when I need to be pressing those buttons. Let's hold off. I think we can go. Ah! Mr. Goomba, you surprised me. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty basic. It's like, here's your money, here's your coins, deal with it. But it's kind of got... So we're going to see a... when we level up, you're going to see the way that leveling works is a bit different. Like, you actually get to make some choices instead of just, like, a base stats up. That was not good. That's what we get for trying to ride the line. I was like, at least the game is really, really good about starting you up again. I can see that, Pawn Scum. I mean, like, it's a... I was saying earlier, I was like, this is one of the first RPGs that really felt like an action RPG. Like, you can't just, like, ignore the game while you're fighting, like, in between turns. Like, you have to be constantly aware of what you're doing. I think I was supposed to use the jump ability on the Koopas, and that's why I fucked that up. Oh, there's the level up. Alright, so Mario reaches level 2. So he does get the base stats, you know, up, but then we get to choose a bonus. So we can either take more power, more HP, or more special. I'm gonna go with more special. I don't even know what I encounter. Okay. It's like, I don't know if I hit the Koopas there or the Goombas. Now we're getting better at dodging. I used to know where, like, all the hidden coin blocks and stuff were, too, and I'm like, I have no idea where anything is. Oh, that was a miss. But I guess this is the time to practice, right? Because getting the timing of that right is so important. But there's hidden coin blocks all over the friggin' game. And there's a couple character cameos that you can find if you know where to look. Okay, I'm gonna try doing that slightly later this time. Oh, I guess not. Part of me is really tempted to just leave Toad here. And be like, I think he gives me a mushroom, so I guess I should help him. So I had fucking dreams about Dark Souls last night.
Ah, my life was flashing before my eyes for a second there. Here's a little something in return.
I know, he gave me honey syrup. I wonder if it's like that psychedelic honey. I mean, that would seem fitting, wouldn't it? Isn't there like psychedelic honey that's like made from a certain type of flower? I could be just like completely imagining that. Or maybe it's just poisonous and not psychedelic. I know that there's like a certain type of flower, and I think it's in New Zealand, where if the bees make honey from it, it actually makes like poison honey. Yeah, that's what we're gonna pretend. We're gonna at least pretend it's like psychedelic honey. Oops. There we go. I feel like this game needs a little bit of cleanup visually. Like it's the 3D sprites. The SNES 3D sprites just did not age well. Like all the pre-rendered, trying to make it look realistic. Ah, crap.
Oh boy, that was a close call! Here's a token of my appreciation.
Oh, I earned a flower tab. Got some tab. Yeah, like, I think it's just that the, I think the problem is basically sprites aged really well. Like 2D sprites, I would say aged pretty well, but a lot of the like trying to do like 3D rendering, like pre-rendered 3D stuff and then saving it as 2D, which is what this does, and produces like an isometric kind of, like it feels like it's a 3D game, but it's not really. Okay, I know there's something hidden around here somewhere. I swear there is. But the aging doesn't look the best. Mostly, I think it's just the focus on the 3D sprites was so good that you can like really see problems around these little bits of like dirt here. But yeah, like, I mean, for its time, it's not bad at all. I'm gonna have to look up, like, a list. Surprise Goomba. Like I said, I'm tempted to turn on more scan lines, but the more scan lines I turned on, the darker the image gets. But it could, like, it'll make it look better. I'll turn them on. Let's see. Let's see how you guys feel about this. So I currently have it in TV mode, but I can change it to scan lines. And so that's what it looks like with scan lines. I think that, I mean, like, it's not as, the problems aren't as noticeable, but they're still there, right? And it darkens it so much. So I think I'm going to go back to partial scan lines. Even though it's going to annoy me, like, seeing all of the warts of the game, essentially. Alright. Let's go back to TV mode. So the reason why this game doesn't work for the Retroid, which I didn't mention earlier, but I didn't exactly explain why. I swear there's like, maybe it's a different one that there's a hidden block on. Like maybe it's up ahead. The reason why it doesn't work on the Retroid, now I'm going from memory here, so, but if I remember correctly, there is a special chip on the carts. And I think it's actually technically a external processor that makes the game function. Which is, and the retro just can't account for that because there's more going on there than like there's some extra pen activity or something. I'm not 100% sure. But I remember reading that it was the extra CPU that's why it couldn't. I might grab my cart if I take a break and just open it up and take a look at it and maybe show you guys. Do a compare. Because I think it's really neat to look at that stuff and see, like, why things are the way they are. I'm assuming I can't jump and hit like you do. Yep. Professor Potato today. I love learning things about old games. Like, I'll always love new games and everything, but...
Hey, you're looking at me, my hammer, and I don't like you.
Mario, you better be careful. He's definitely got a meat streak.
Holy shit, that Toad voice. I can't keep doing that. That's gonna wreck me. Like, I'll always love new games. Like, just games in general. But... I don't know if I want to use that flower tab just yet. We will use a mushroom, though. Old games, I'm always probably gonna be way more passionate about.
Yeah, you got my hammer angry. You shouldn't have done that. You won't like my hammer when it's angry.
And there's suddenly two of them. Also, this boss music is fucking kick-ass. Ugh, and I need to, like... It might, I can't remember. Oh, he's using a Valor up. Whatever that means. Okay, I must be going too late. I think that's my problem, is I'm going slightly too late on that attack. It's just Mario isn't, like, the one I want to upgrade a ton on, his SP. It's gonna be our little cloud friend we're gonna meet soon enough. Alright, now we're gonna heal. I don't know, X for heal. Oh, sweet, I got a freebie. It's really a shame that there's the ownership of the characters from this game that aren't Nintendo characters is kind of murky. Mario reaches level 3 and he learns Fire Orb. Go with power this time.
Ah, thanks, Mario. Was running so fast, wasn't watching where I was going. Mushroom Kingdom is just ahead. We're almost there, Mario. Hey, where did this happen?
Toad, are you really that dumb? Like... Yes, Toad, I do understand, Toad. I just beat up 2 Hammer Bros, and now there's a hammer here. Like... Even if this game isn't, like, meant to both appeal to adults and kids... Kids are not going to be that... Like, if a kid has to read, they're not going to be as stupid as that, Toad. You picked up a hammer.
Let's get a move on.
Alright. So now we can equip the weapon. It's hammer time, motherfucker. So I'm gonna have to look up before we completely finish this game, which is gonna be, you know, a bit anyway. Where all the hidden crap is, because I do want to see it. And there's some really neat cameos and stuff, and I mean, like, not like super neat.
Oh, did you happen to know of a good wedding chapel?
Oh, I thought I was talking to you.
Say, hey Mario, guess what? Ranny isn't just a friend anymore. We're getting married.
Oh my. Mushroom people boning. Mushroom people boning is not what I expected to see.
Mario, let's say you and I get hitched in a few years. Just give me time to go into my mother's...
Why is everyone wedding obsessed in this town?
Oh, my grandchild turns out just like the princess. It's so nice to see our young ones having a good time. Hey, did you see a crocodile around here? He talks like a mobster wannabe. Sure he's up to no good. Hey, wait a second, my wallet's gone. Don't forget to take a towel. Hey, Mario, look what you're standing in. Ah, gotcha.
It's like, it's my go-to voice for like my high-pitched weird voice, I guess. Which, I don't know how else you're gonna voice a fucking toad. Here's the kid playing the Game Boy.
Don't talk to me now.
It probably doesn't help that I've just been like watching a ton of South Park lately.
Yeah, children. It's not like I'm always sleeping.
Actually, I forgot to check if there was a thing over here. If I make his voice sound more death metal-y, like, I would just wreck my voice immediately.
Hey, Mario, my brother's waiting for you upstairs. All I do is cook and clean.
Yeah, Chef's easier for me to do than Isaac Hayes. I don't know what Isaac Hayes, fucking Barry White. I don't know what Barry White sounds like outside of like one episode of The Simpsons that I haven't seen in long enough to actually like be able to like do at all.
1, 2, 3. Think if I practice enough, I'll jump as high as you.
Sure. I'm not gonna be a dick. Now I'll be a dick.
Thanks a bunch.
You're a fucking loser, kid. Okay, fine. I'll be nice to you again so you can just, like, really need your Ritalin. Yeah, exactly. The Snakes episode. I haven't... I need to... I think when I'm done rewatching South Park, I need to rewatch Simpsons. Not all of Simpsons, which is what I'm doing with South Park. Because I'm not that masochistic. The fucking Simpsons just gets so... Is someone back here?
That horrible crocodile. I'm wearing crocodile skin shoes, no less. He has no shame.
That's kind of horrifying, actually. That's like fucking, like... He's wearing crocodile shoes? That's like some Silence of the Lambs shit. Like, seriously. You're one to watch every episode? Jesus Christ. You're like, no. I couldn't.
What a creepy looking thugs sneaking into the town.
I think right around the time when Simpson, like, I think when I bailed was after the safety salamander. The safety salamander was like, yeah, no, I'm done. This is the worst episode of Simpsons I've ever seen. What the...
What do you think you're doing? Get over there this minute. How dare you to stand before me? I order you to jump. In this world, there are things called hidden treasure. Use an awesome jumping ability to look for them. You wish you luck in the future.
You could have hid some more shit for me, man. See, I could watch the ones that I've seen countless times over and over again. It used to be a Canadian tradition. I watched South Park when I got home from school. Like our national network, our Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, the CBC. It used to be on every day at 5 for like... It must have been on like 10 years or something. Maybe not that long. But I remember Simpsons always being on at 5 on CBC, and I would just watch it every fucking day. Well, except for the weekends, because it wasn't on the weekends.
Mario, hurry! The Chancellor waits! Mario, there you are! I'll tell the Chancellor you're here. I'll wait for you down the hallway.
Fuck what you want, Toad. I'm going this way.
Burgess hasn't returned yet. Can you imagine how the Chancellor must feel?
I know, that's why I'm jumping on her fucking bed. Fuck all your shit. This is probably the first time I've played this game where I've just been cursing nonsensically. I feel like there's a hidden block.
I'm going in the treasure room. Sorry, you'll have to get the Chancellor's opinion. Permission to pass.
So here's usually where, like, the cameos are.
The Volgar better not be goofing off while I'm cleaning the guest room.
There's a couple times where you can find Samus and Link sleeping here, I think? Or maybe you sleep here and then you find them in the inn. I cannot remember.
Sir, Mario has arrived.
Mario, thank goodness you're here. We heard an explosion or something at Bowser's Keep. I was so loud I almost dropped my spores.
What the fuck does that mean? Drop my spores. Is that like the Toad equivalent of shit his pants?
Oh, excuse me. Oh, where's the princess, though? She departed for your house hours ago. I fear the worst. Could Bowser somehow be behind all of this?
Oh, Mario.
Spores alive!
What?
You're telling me that Bowser's abducted...
Wait a minute. No, spores would be like the equivalent of a baby. So like he basically almost had his period or something, or like jizzed. Cause like that's what spores are to mushrooms.
Spores alive! You telling me Bowser's abducted the princess again? Never mind. It'll be up to you to enter the keep and rescue Princess Toadstool.
Punchy, punchy. I love that Mario, because Mario doesn't talk, he just reenacts everything.
Gad, the keep is unassailable. What awful powers at work here? Mario, her life is in your hands. Please save our dear princess. Mario! I almost forgot. This may not help you, but why don't you take it along?
A map might not help me? Why the fuck would a map not help me?
Mario! Forgive me. But can't stop worrying about the princess. Go ahead and stand and prepare for your journey. The vault guard shall assist you. No, you won't let you down. Let us down.
Yeah, that's what I should just not stream anything else but just like fighting Sans over and over and over again. I mean, like, I think that's probably the best way to, you know, to describe my self-hate or something.
Mario, the Chancellor's filled me in. Let me show you around. Help yourself to the treasures.
The Royal Vault is 3 treasure chests.
This is a coin. Small ones are worth 1, and the large ones are worth 10. This one's a 10. This is a flower.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I understand.
This mushroom will restore your quick points and flower points. Unfortunately, mushrooms you find, these items only restore your HP, so beware.
Yes, I know about flower points.
You sure got your act together, Mario.
Must not be, like, I know that there's hidden chests in this hallway, but I can't get them yet.
Come back here.
There's Mallow. So I guess I should have given Mallow a different voice, because I didn't know who that was. Come back here! Well, I think if I remember correctly, the original Mario game, like, all the blocks you destroy are actually transformed mushroom people.
Oh no! That reptile stole my grandpa's coin! I can't cry, big boys don't cry, but it's just not fair! What am I gonna do?
So every time you destroy a block in, like, original Mario, you're just killing people.
Yeah? Oh, you're soaking wet, aren't you? I'm alright now, sorry. There's nothing like a good cry. But why was I crying? There was some reason. My grandpa asked me to buy some things for him. When I walked into town, the croc stopped me. Oh yeah, he took it from me. He stole my coin. I chased him, but he's way too fast for me. Mario! Let's see, are you gonna take care of Bowser? Wow, he doesn't stand a chance! Wow, you're the Mario? I know all about you. You've got some jump. You've got more jump in you than a box of frogs. I'm Mallow from Tadpole Pond. I'm a frog. But can you believe it? I can't jump. Embarrassing, huh? How about it, Mario? Will you help me catch that filthy thief?
Sure thing, little buddy.
Yay!
The young frog Mallow, who does not look at all like a frog, joins Mario on his quest. Trying to remember where Luigi is in all of this. Like, has Luigi just completely fucked off at this point? He's probably off being, like, super sad somewhere.
Nobody loves me. Oh, Luigi.
Did I go upstairs in here? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Mario, I have something to report, sir. I saw him. He just zoomed past here a second ago. Did you see him?
Did he look something like this?
Why, yes, exactly.
Why can Mario, like, I love that Mario can just transform into people. Like, is Mario's ability to just, like, imitate people so amazingly good that it just fools everyone? Or does he literally transform?
He's the one who took my coin. Why didn't you stop him? Because I forgot my bazooka at home. Jeez, give me a break here. Ha ha ha. You bugs will never catch me. A snail could outrun you, morons. Skedaddle.
That's him! Hurry, Mario, let's get him! Okay, but yeah, let's fuck off.
Mallow, what's kept you? I'm starting to worry. Wait until you hear it.
Oh, that's the wrong voice.
Wait. What Frank has already told me. He seems to know everything. Hold on.
Listen, the truth of the matter is, well, the coin was stolen.
What? Well, if that's the case, I guess I can't trade you. It's a shame, huh?
There's no need to worry. Mario's here. He'll help us out.
That's so. Well, if Mario's on your team, you'll have that coin back in a jiffy. But not so fast. Take this with you.
I gotta pick me up. I think pick me ups are like Phoenix Downs.
Well, I hate to admit it, but I love this job.
Alright, so what do we have? Ooh, shirts and pants. Oh, I can't afford that one? Okay. That's okay, we'll make do. Mario can wear a shirt and have some jump shoes. Oh, I know him. There. Alright, let's quickly go save. And then we'll continue forward. Because there's no overworld, we have to save at these save points. Like, there is an overworld, but not, like, in the traditional Final Fantasy sense of an overworld. Bum ba dum ba dum bum ba da ba bum ba. There he is. He probably stashed it in that bag. Let's nab him.
Yeah, trying to steal me? I'm going home to mommy before you get hurt, kid.
Actually, I should have left the Goomba for Mallow. Okay, that wasn't that bad. I was expecting Mallow to be weaker than he was. Okay, the timing on the hammer seems a little bit different than the punchies. Which I guess shouldn't surprise me whatsoever, but... How convenient that the thief is in an area called Bandit's Way. That seems like a big coincidence.
Frogog. Frogog.
Mallow, why can't you just make peace with our froggy friend? Ow. Okay, I think the frogs are probably our best bet for experience. They seem to be the most difficult to beat, so usually that means best bet for experience. Is he in this area at all? No. Okay. Let's just kill you because we can. Well, and also I'd really like Mallow to level up, right? So... I wish that there was some audio cue to tell whether or not that works or not, like the timed blocks. Because as far as I know, there isn't. It's just it happens or it doesn't happen, right? Okay, is there anything else here? I don't think so. All right, next area.
Ah, you couldn't jump to save your life, kid. So I guess this is goodbye.
Oh god, that. I remember that. Yeah, I think this is where I was thinking about the hidden block being up on one of these platforms. Bloody isometric bullshit. Alright, well, we got a rat man to beat up now. What is your name? K9. Why is there... That's a dog? That's supposed to be a... Maybe it's supposed to be like... What? Seriously? That... What? Oh, Mario's all shaken now. Guess it's time to find out if status effects hold over. I don't think they do. Like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, status effects don't hold over outside of combat. Really? They look like giant rats to me. Maybe I'm just speciesist. And I want Mallow to level before we continue further. I'm getting tired of doing those crappy attacks. Oh, sweet, and once again. Yeah, I really like how dynamic the combat feels in this for an RPG. Mallow meets his rebels free. It's HP rain, which is fucking sweet. I probably should have given him an HP up, because he probably is going to die easily, actually. I'm going to give him the flower tab, though. But did we all share flowers? Oh. Well, I guess it didn't matter then, did it? Yeah, I'm seriously gonna have to just, like, get a fucking map to everything. Okay, these are barely worth any XP. And, like, what are we needing for like... well, I guess we level with, like, 11. So, even though that 2 seems like such a small amount of XP, I mean, like, each of these kills is... what? About 20% of what we need? If I'm mathing right there. Fuck, God damn it, Mello! That time that went much smoother than last time. Yeah, we got one more to kill. Surprisingly low amount of... Okay, so he can do Thunderbolt. I don't want to do it right now. I'd rather save it for when we actually get to something that's going to be hard. Also, why did the frogmen wear a belt even though they don't have pants? I guess it is Square. I mean, like, this is before Square went all belt crazy, but still.